Hello, we're Team E, and this is our Volkswagen Green Project. VW has been building cars internationally since 1944, when the British government oversaw manufacturing after World War II. Last year, they earned just under 202.5 billion euros in sales. Their car fleet includes 13 different cars and two models. The Jetta and e-Golf are hybrid or fully electric. Just 2 months ago, a huge scandal broke when scientists at West Virginia University found there was a defeat device in the software which read CO2 emissions. It was found that this device kicked in when the car detected it was in a testing situation and provided false readings which were not reflective of the much higher and illegal actual emissions the car produced when in the real-world driving situation. Due to these findings and the huge scandal behind them, sales have taken a serious loss and consumer confidence is way down. When considering the ecologically friendly cars VW has, they initially touted their eco-diesel engines as a solution to environmental issues. It is now known that these were illegally flawed and very damaging to the environment. They do have hybrid and electric cars in their inventory, the hybrid Jetta and the e-Golf, which has a fully electric engine. When measuring VW's performance, it's important to consider a series of factors. The strategy being presented is strongly based on redirecting consumers' attention. By seeing how well consumers are moved towards the new eco cars and their reaction to the shift, it will allow VW to gauge how the strategy is working. Overall, consumers are at the core of the measures because in the end, they hold the market and VW's ability to move forward. Brand management is essential to moving past this scandal. By understanding the perceived value behind the VW name, it can show whether consumers are holding on to their mistrust. Also, if consumer responses stay cool towards trust-gaining initiatives, it can be a major indicator of the need for transparency. Perhaps the most transparent of the measures is within market and financial performance. By seeing the shift in market share and earnings in the quarters and years following the release of the scandal, it will become clearer whether VW's efforts are working. Perhaps one of the most important measures, because the strategy focuses on entering a new category, marketing development and penetration, will clearly show how elastic VW is to this setback. With a superior campaign, huge market share can be gained in the underdeveloped electronic car category with the e-Golf. In the more established hybrid category, VW has a great opportunity to reestablish themselves as a leader by creating a car that not just uses less energy, but is also a performance vehicle that handles well and is stylish. Although it may seem obvious, the 4 Ps dictate VW direct all its focus towards the newest and most eco-friendly vehicle models. The hybrid Jetta and e-Golf must be highlighted in an effort to distract from the eco-diesel. Let's take a look at Volkswagen's marketing strategy. Stakeholder management is the foundation in which success is built on at Volkswagen. The company understands that it must be aware of all of its stakeholders' needs in order to understand its sales markets. The Volkswagen stakeholders comprise of many different people and entities, but they can be organized into 4 major categories. The capital markets category consists of shareholders, bankers, Wall Street analysts, and major institutional investors. Volkswagen stresses that resource conversation ultimately leads to long-term success, which results in high earnings. Society members consist of legislators and public authorities, NGOs, religious groups, and the rest of the communities who are concerned with environmental protection and safety. Partners can be broken down to Volkswagen's employees' business vendors. It's important to treat employees and vendors with respect and make them feel that they are valued, because that will lead to a healthy work environment, which leads to customer satisfaction. Finally, the customer's needs must be taken care of as well, because without satisfying them, the company would not be able to succeed. Customer needs include producing vehicles that are safe, reliable, environmentally friendly, and aesthetically pleasing. In 2013, Volkswagen's Group Management Board approved of the organization's environmental marketing strategy. The purpose of this strategy was to provide a framework that addresses the many issues and challenges with specific targets and measures to help improve environmental protection. The initiative's steering committee felt this was so important that it decided to make this a group-wide initiative to involve all departments, including product planning and development, supplier management, logistics and production, sales and marketing, and recycling. The organization's strategy was intended to help Volkswagen achieve 4 overreaching targets. First, the company wanted to be the leader in producing environmentally friendly products. The organization felt firmly that eco-friendly products shouldn't be compromised on technology, comfort, aesthetic design, and safety. The company stated in its 2014 sustainability report that its key goals were to significantly reduce CO2 emissions from their European new car fleet by 2020, reduce fuel consumption of each new model by 15% compared to its predecessor, to have the lowest fuel consumption levels in every vehicle class, and to become the market leader in electric mobility by 2018. Volkswagen had several initiatives to help them meet their 4 targets. These initiatives were focused on spotlighting particularly efficient vehicles and low-carbon technologies and reporting on environmental progress in their models. Other initiatives included campaigns to inform and inspire drivers to adopt fuel-efficient, eco-friendly habits. This chart shows Volkswagen's revenue and net income for the past 10 years. Revenues have grown 9.7% compounded annually, and net income has grown 3%. One could look at this and say that the marketing strategy has historically been successful for Volkswagen. At the end of October of this year, Herbert Diess, Volkswagen CEO, apologized to the public at its Tokyo Motor Show press conference for the scandal surrounding its failed diesel engines. He acknowledged what they've done, but said that they're not going to dwell on it, they're going to make it better, and choose to focus on solutions rather than the problem. They also need to guarantee something like this will never happen again in the future. We recommend they do this by bringing in additional new leadership from people outside the company. A formal statement of guarantee shows that VW cares about their consumers, recognizes that they've made a mistake, and is working to regain the trust of its loyal customers. Our team also recommends recalling and repairing the failed engines. By sending a mass distribution to all VW owners with vehicle models with failed engines, we suggest providing these customers with an opportunity to have their engine replaced at no cost to the owner. We also recommend repairing all the failed, falsely advertised diesel engines. By recalling and repairing the failed engines, VW can show their respect to the customers, as well as begin to gain back consumer trust, and therefore begin to rebuild the brand name and restore its reputation. We also suggest VW implement a similar strategy to their historic Think Small advertising campaign. These simple images and short slogans, like the one seen here, were used to promote their vehicle. VW needs to adopt this same idea again by concisely communicating how they will fix the failed eco-friendly engines, keeping in mind that consumers want the truth from a company they feel has already lied to them. The more transparent VW can become to the public, the better. They need to show that they're dedicated to fixing the problem. Lastly, we recommend VW turns their marketing power towards their other hybrid and electric vehicles, like the Jetta Hybrid, which has the horsepower of the regular Jetta model, but better fuel efficiency, or the e-Golf, which is their electric car, which has a range of 83 miles and 0 tailpipe emissions. By shifting their focus to these vehicles, VW diverts the negative attention it's received on the diesel engines and can focus on its truly ecological friendly vehicles. In summary, we believe VW needs to first focus on repairing and recalling the failed diesel engines, and then, by beginning to shift its focus away from the eco-diesel engines and onto its sustainable vehicle counterparts, Volkswagen can begin to recover its tarnished brand name and restore its place in the market as a brand that consumers trust and love.